I purchased a vehicle in October of 2024, October 31st, and I sought for an extended warranty and got endurance through the advertisements. I'll be paying, it was a total of like $5,600 that they got me approved through something called Line 5. Line 5 paid endurance up front for the coverage. I think it was a premium coverage for my vehicle because it was low on miles and it was very in good shape. Fast forward to February 7th, I had a breakdown in my vehicle center console, to whereas it controlled the air conditioning, the heat, and in this environment is very well needed. It's very cold at night and very hot in the day. So I live in Nevada, and I took the vehicle immediately to the shop the next day on February 8th, and I gave them all the information for endurance. I did review the contract, and the contract stated that it was a covered part. So the mechanic did a diagnostic, submitted all the information over to endurance, and about a week and a half later, someone came out to view the vehicle. I didn't hear anything for another day or two. They came back. The mechanic said that endurance will not cover what he identified as a breakdown. And I didn't know why, so I reached out to endurance. It's kind of difficult to reach them early on. But then finally, when someone did pick up, they stated that the part is covered, but they can't verify a breakdown. And the vehicle, at that time, it was in the shop for about 14 days. Now, currently, the vehicle is still in the shop. It's approaching 40 days as of tomorrow. The amount to fix the vehicle is like $2,300, which is well within the parameters of the contract. And I was paying almost $80 a month for the last 4 or 5 months. So I didn't understand it. So I wrote a letter to endurance under their contract specifications that said you have to ask for reconsideration if a part is not covered, something's going on. So after identifying that the part was covered, that was my basis to file for the reconsideration. So I told them at all relevant times that the vehicle guarantee was fulfilled and the warranty was fulfilled. I kept up my end of the bargain. The vehicle suffered a mechanical breakdown. I took the vehicle to a approved maintenance facility, a shop that can fix it. A licensed mechanic did a diagnostic on the vehicle, identified what part that was broken down and needed repaired and replaced. And he submitted the request for the repair, and endurance denied a covered repair. And so I went ahead and filed with the Nevada Division of Insurance, who is a regulatory agency over this entity. And so what they had tried to do at one point was offer me $800 to drop the complaint, to drop all causes of action in exchange for $800. And that is not fair, feasible, or right in any manner. I mean, in fact, what they did was they breached the contract. And it just so happens that in the field that I work in, I'm very well versed on contract specifications and legality from a standpoint. So this is a nightmare. Basically, my vehicle has been in the shop for 40 days, having to take Uber and Lyft and rent vehicles and ask for rides for, and pay people. It's a lot. So those are damages, is what they call. And that's pretty much exactly what transpired. I don't understand how could an organization or a company be so careless and as to let and direct as to a breach of contract for a part that is identified as covered under your contract terms. Well, in the customer service, that's another issue. I got bounced around maybe 4 or 5 times on each particular call. When I was to speak to them and address the issue, what was going on, at one point they even said, tell the mechanic shop to submit the exact claim. Don't change anything. Don't even change the date. Submit the claim again, and we'll take care of it. Well, this is after I filed a BBB complaint. But what they were doing, they was telling me one thing and telling the mechanic shop another. So to cut to the chase, the mechanic just contacted me and said, look, I've been through with this before with this organization. This company is not going to pay. They just horrible people, and that's how they operate. They're out to get the consumer. Consumer suffers. I did some more research to find out that they had actually been banned from performance services here, or offering services here in Nevada, because they were not approved under the a contract warranty type of organization. They hadn't did what they were supposed to do. Upon further review, I noticed that they did get an approval in 2020. But I mean, something like this, when you reach out to individuals on the phone and they bounce you around, it's almost like they're toying with you. It's almost like taunting you. And the end result is they never paid for the covered repair. In fact, the portion that they did authorize and say, okay, we will pay this. It was a oil sensor for $118. So like, okay, they're going to pay that part of it. So I guess the rest will be on me. Well, Endurance has not even paid the $118 for the oil sensor that they stated and gave them a approval number for to go ahead and repair that, and we'll pay for that. They hadn't even paid for that up until this date. And the request for pay has been submitted twice as of today, and it's still not paid. So the vehicle is stuck in the shop until either I come up with the money or they pay the amount that they were supposed to pay, and then I come up with the rest. At this point, I'm looking forward to the regulatory agency to enforce the rights of the consumer, which is me, for me to be refunded for all of the out-of-pocket expenditures that I had to face, due to this occurrence, and for the vehicle to be paid for in itself. So nothing short of me being reimbursed for every dollar that I had to spend, and for them holding up their obligations for the repair of my vehicle, as was stated in the contract. That will be a favorable outcome. That will be an outcome that is expected.